G'day legends, it's your boy, and I'm currently on my way to Adelaide to pick up a complete exhaust system for the Commodore that I found on Marketplace. Guy gave me a good deal, so I'm going up there now to pick it up. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the journey, being that I don't do many travel videos as it is, and I do travel on and off quite a fair bit, so yeah, I figured I'd bring you guys along for this one. Not really doing much in the sense of traveling. I'm just going straight there, picking up what I need to pick up, and then coming straight home, because as you guys can tell, I am in a car. The car isn't mine, the car is Modsy's. I'm borrowing his Falcon for the day. He was nice enough to let me do so. Ran me through a few things, so I've got to keep an eye on a few things, but she's running sweet for now, so everything's all good, no drama. Dropped little man off at occasional care, so he's now spending the week with his mum, which she better consider herself lucky, because I haven't been able to do the things I've wanted to do with him because of the heat, but all is well. I'll catch up with that next time I have him if it's not hot. So yeah, but as of right now and what we're doing today, I'm just going down to Golden to pick up a complete exhaust from a bloke who is wrecking a VY Commodore. So yeah, I've been in touch with the bloke. He knows I'm on my way, so hopefully it's smooth sailing. I've got the money sitting now. I'm going to bank transfer it. Had to put a deposit down, but so far so good. And yeah, all is well, ends well. The plan of action will be to pick it up, bring it home, and hopefully, if everything works out, I should be able to start putting it on the car either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how the weather wants to go and what's going to happen from there. So anyway, I'm just hitting Port Augusta now, so I will put my phone down and pick it back up once I'm back out onto the highway, because I don't want to get in trouble and whatnot else. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty legends, I am back. So just went through Port Augusta. I don't need to stop for anything, filled up in Whyalla. So it's more or less straight through to Gawler, pick up the exhaust and whatnot. I have been messaging back and forth with the bloke, so everything is all good as far as I'm aware. I've been given an address and being told that the whole exhaust hasn't been pulled off yet, but he has managed to pull off a fair bit. And with the weather that has occurred both in Whyalla and Adelaide, I do understand if it's going to take a little bit of extra time, because it's in high 30s, low 40s, and it has been for the last little while, so there is that. He's also wrecking the whole car, so I'm thinking I might see if I can get the DFI module, plugs, leads and coil pack, because that's also what the car needs as far as I know. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'm running on a budget today between fuel and paying for the exhaust and whatnot, because the exhaust is costing me $250. I put a $50 deposit down on it and paying the remaining $200 today, so I'm not really left with much, but I want to see if I can at least try to get a good deal on it. He seems pretty respectful and pretty chill about most of it, so I might be able to work something out, but I'll keep you guys updated nonetheless. I also wanted to inform you guys as well, your boy graduated, so I'm no longer a provisional licensed driver. I am now a full licensed driver. Graduated to my full license on the 22nd of this month, so hooray for me. But yeah, I paid $47 for a year. That's with concession, because as you guys know, I'm on parenting payments and whatnot for little man. But as of next year, I'm going to go the 10-year route, which is, I think, close to $300, but it makes sense to do that because then it's covered for 10 whole years. So all is well, ends well with that one. Definitely crazy to think that I'm on my fulls though. I never thought I'd graduate to my provisional license, and yeah, after I think it was 8 or 9 long years of being on my learner's permit, graduated to my provisional license, and yeah, now I'm on my full license, so I can, you know, do things that most P-platers can't. I mean, I was able to do it beforehand, you know, 110 on the highway and whatnot, but that was solely because of my age and etc., because I'm 27 years old. So yeah, but now that I've got my full license, I'm pretty sure the only thing that actually changes for me is that I can have one standard drink and still be fine to drive. So yeah, but I feel quite proud of myself, if I'm being honest with you guys. It is a big step in my life, and hopefully everything continues to go well and I can start teaching little man to drive when he's old enough to get his learner's permit. So yeah, I'll definitely be grilling him about the do's and don'ts of the road, so then he doesn't go down the same path I did, because that was not fun, but that's also in the past now as well. So yeah, and Karma ended up paying old mate a visit anyway, so all is well ends well with that too. So yeah, anyway, on the highway, currently going through roadworks because, you know, apparently Australia love to do roadworks and whatnot, but yeah. Alrighty, you legends. So just went to Gawler, picked up the exhaust. I've got the exhaust here, as you guys can see. Now, I was going to film when I got to Gawler and etc and so forth, but the two boys that helped me, they were sweating because it was that hot in Gawler, so I figured just get the exhaust system in the car, pay the boys their money, and bugger off home, which is what I did. So shout out to the boys, they were very helpful, ended up loading it up for me. So they not only took it off the car, but loaded it up for me, and yeah, so big ups to them, appreciate the help. Paid them the money that I owed, so it was $250 all up. They were trying to get me to buy other parts, but unfortunately I don't need nor can afford any other part at the moment, and the parts that I do need, they had someone coming to look out and buy on Friday. So I did ask about the DFI module and the spark plugs and the leads and everything like that, but yeah, unfortunately someone else got in before me, which is fair enough, all good, no drama. I would prefer to go brand new with all that stuff anyway, which is what I'm going to do when I get home. Might use the Afterpay, might not, we'll see. I can't get into my Afterpay at the moment, which is unfortunate, but I'm waiting for my other SIM card to arrive, so there is that. But yeah, so filled up in Gawler as well, and now I'm just on the drive home. So car has done really well so far. I'll give the Barra credit. I do miss mine, and we'll eventually get another Barra in the future, but for now, get the Commodore registered, get it running the way it should be, and then put some money away because I want either an XR6 or an XR6 Turbo. So that's the plans for this year amongst everything else, but we'll see how we go and see what we can do. So yeah, now just for the lonely drive home. When I do get home, however, if it is cool enough in Whyalla to do what I want to do, I'll pull the camera back out and do it. And what I mean by do it is take the exhaust, get it all lined up, and try and put it on the car. So I ended up getting the extractors, the catalytic converter, and then the two mufflers, which was an awesome deal for $250, cannot complain. So there is that. But yeah, once I get home, like I said, I'll check the temp. If it's too hot, I won't do it, but if it's not too hot, then I'll pull the camera back out and show you guys how I put an exhaust on. I mean, there's multiple videos on YouTube how to do it, but I figured, you know, why not? Need a bit of content on the channel. Haven't had much going on there because there's just nothing going on in my life at the moment. So yeah, but apart from that, all is well ends well. I've still got money to get me through, which is awesome. I'm just waiting for my other SIM card to come in for my Afterpay, because I've got a different number for my Afterpay, because Afterpay are annoying me. They keep telling me how to change my number, but it's not that I don't know how to, it's that the number that I want to use for that Afterpay account is linked to another one that I could have sworn I shut down months ago, if not years ago at this point. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to put the camera away and pick you guys back up once we're back in Whyalla. Either way, I'll pick the camera back up, but whether or not I put the exhaust on is a different story. Being that I'm using Monty's car, he should have the right socket for me, so we'll see what happens, and yeah, go from there. Alrighty guys, I am home. So the trip went well. I'm very pleased with my purchase. Now I've got to install it, which won't be happening today because I've realised about 30 minutes from home that I don't actually have the tools needed to do so, such as jack stands, sockets, whatever. I thought Modsy did, but he doesn't have the right sized socket, so unfortunately it's not going to go ahead today. And not to mention, I feel very, very horrible, very unwell. Started last night, I was having issues with my nose being blocked, unblocked, runny, etc. And that progressed through today. Probably didn't help that because of the way my nose was going last night. I didn't get much sleep, and then I decided to go up to Gawler and back, which is a 8-hour round trip. So in the 40-degree heat, mind you, that probably wasn't the smartest idea, but in this day and age, you can't really rely on many people. You have to do the majority of the stuff yourself. But I do appreciate Modsy for stepping up to the plate and letting me borrow his car to go and get what I needed to get. Forever cherish and appreciate that boy, because he does a lot for me and my boy when time comes, and I do the same for him when he needs it. So we've got a very good dynamic there. But yeah, so nothing is going to happen today, unfortunately. All I plan on doing now is having something to eat and then getting a few hours sleep in hopes that that helps with whatever is going on with my nose and whatnot. And it's only my nose. Every part of my body is fine. It's just my nose. And because my nose is doing what it's doing, it's causing pressure through my sinuses and creating fatigue where fatigue doesn't need to be created. But that's just what happens in life, especially summertime here in Whyalla, or just in Australia even. Some people don't deal with it as bad, but I'm one of those that, yeah, it doesn't end well. Don't get me wrong, I love the summertime here. I love going to the beach and doing all the fun activities you can do, but most of the time it's just this sort of thing from being stuck inside and the way they're just playing games with your body and whatnot. But yeah, so the plan of action, because I still have money left over from what I did today, tomorrow I'm gonna see what I can do about getting the stuff I need to do the exhaust. Now, I do have a bunch of spare nuts and bolts in the laundry, so I'm hoping that I can use a few of them to completely put the exhaust on the car, because I noticed that the exhaust is missing a few nuts and bolts, which, fair enough, I didn't ask for them, I didn't specify that I needed them, which I should have. That's my fault, my bad. Nothing against the boys that I bought the exhaust off today. They were a genuine help, so if they end up watching this or whatnot, cheers boys, much appreciated. But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't have had to go to Gawler to buy an exhaust if the person who I bought the car from originally had informed me that it was running straight out of the extractors. So that's on them, and I have rated them on Marketplace accordingly. So yeah, I can't say it's the place either, because I've had a few good interactions with a few people in Port Augusta, but it's just these people weren't all that great. You know, they pocketed $1,000, and yeah, now I have to spend more to get the car where it needs to be. But all is well, ends well, especially in the car game with my experience anyway. So yeah, so once I get the exhaust on, I'll do a full video on doing that when I get the chance. If I do it, if not, I'll book it in with Natrad at some point and have them do it for me for a price, because they charge, being a mechanic. And then what I might get them to do is just go over and do whatever else it needs to be done, and then just pay for it all and then get it out of the way. But I want to see if I can give it a go myself. But if I can't find or afford the tools and parts that I need, then I'm just going to send it to a mechanic and get them to do it, and then just pay the bulk of whatever it costs to do what it needs done. But yeah, I'm very happy with the purchase. Can't wait to get it on the car. I'm hoping that it eliminates a big problem that I have with the car, but I won't know until the exhaust is actually on, and then go from there. But yeah, I do apologise for not putting the exhaust on today. I didn't think before I did. Like usual, it's a very, very bad habit of mine, but it is what it is. And as you guys can probably tell, I'm genuinely not feeling the greatest either, so hopefully a bit of food and a bit of sleep will fix that. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace out.